Okay, I'm going to have some coffee here. We've been working on an idea, well, a lot of ideas. This is the next project that's going to be coming online. We're back to doing our regular sales on Friday. Now, Robert Lawson, he's going to be alternating with me because, man, doing a show every week is a bear. But I've got the big show, I've got the coin class. Then I want to do a Friday night sale, and then still I like to, stream for the heck of it in between. Here we got some coming in, outstanding. We got Cindelicious, Goodies. What are you doing up this time of day? Jeff Schumar, Lee Hill. So what I've been working on, well, what we've been talking about is doing consignment sales as our next project we're adding in. There's Maury. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a look at it. Let's see if I can make this work. Now, where is it? This? Here we go. Before we can make it a reality, we gotta cover all those CYAs. We're gonna cover our butts. So we're putting together the consignment agreement, and of course I'm still working on the text of it. Consignment, and I can, I'll be able to take this and put it on my blog so people can, print it up, send it in, get a hold of me, say, look, I got these coins, I'd like to sell them, but they don't have a market or they don't have a reputation is the whole idea. We're able to use our reputation to market your coins or their coins or his or hers or somebody else's. Geez, it's such an awesome venue what we have at our fingertips here, and by developing it to its logical extent, we should be able to make opportunity for everyone is the whole idea. Live stream offline. Wait a minute. Just a moment, I might be having some technical difficulties. It's yellow for some reason. Stand by. This is working right over here. Okay, never mind. Let me just hit that. So, I thought I'd share it with you guys and solicit feedback if you're into it. Now, when you see this and you see the little bar over here that goes, the up and down, that's my whole screen, so I can't see chat when I have that up. I lost it again. Okay, I got too much going on. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. So started off. You have a consignment agreement before you send coins in to be sold. This has to be signed. Okay, the marketer, that's me, shall refer to Ken Peavy, his address. Owner shall be, and you fill out your name, you fill out your address. You got 2 lines in there, city, state, zip code. If you need more space, get another piece of paper. Okay, you get the right to sell. Owner grants marketer, that's you, give me, an exclusive right to sell owner's coins under the terms of this agreement for a period of 90 days from date of receipt by marketer. And we'll be able to get that by, the tracking number. Because, okay, we might need to add shipping stuff in there. I think we'll be okay for now. This exclusive right to sell only applies to the coins listed in the shipping manifest, which could be either email or, in the package. Marketer agrees to devote reasonable effort in marketing their coins. All prices and terms of sale shall be, that's a misprint, shall be, I'm on caps lock. Oh, I suck at typing. All prices and terms of sale shall be determined by agreement between owner and marketer. Owner may cancel this right with not less than 24 hours notice. That's a key issue because we're going live. We kind of have to have things lined up ahead of time. So you want to get out, you can do it on Thursday, but come Friday, it's already in the pipeline. Okay, acceptability. Prior to sending coins, owner will contact marketer to discuss all items. This can be done by email, private message on a social network, telephone, U.S. mail. If you got 2 cups and a string, we could make it work. Coins will be sent to marketer housed in reusable holder, staple-free, in a manner that the coins can be removed for inspection and photography. Upon arrival, marketer will inspect for suitability and acceptability any and all coins received and may elect at any time to not offer any or all coins for any reason. I also have a reputation. I don't usually offer things like damaged, bent. If it's scratched, screwed up, cleaned, I make sure the buyer knows it. Marketer will estimate the grade and the value of the coin. If there is a difference between owner and marketer in estimated value of an item, marketer can elect not to offer the coin. You know, Joe says, man, that's $1,000 coin. No, it ain't. It's a $2 coin. No, it's a $1,000 coin. Well, I'm not going to offer it. Okay, a shipping deposit. Here's where it gets neat, because I'm going to have your coins, right? Well, you send them in, they're junk. We need a deposit because I got to cover my butt here. Owner will place with a marketer an amount sufficient. Oh, should we just discuss? Ooh, there you go. Should we discuss each topic as we get through it? We have several people watching. We can see and hear you. I'm still here. Oh, good. Alrighty. I'll just keep on going. Where'd we go? There's this. Don't need that. I need this. Okay. Owner will place with the marketer an amount sufficient to pay for return shipping from the marketer to the owner. I'm not going to send it to France. I'm going to send it back to where it came from. All items not sold. Excuse me. The minimum shipping deposit is $4. I've got labels, envelopes, packing material, the coins, shipping, all of it. So that's the deposit, with an additional amount of 25 cents per coin. If owner desires insurance on return shipping, that amount charged by USPS will be charged to the owner, plus 3% for PayPal fees. If all coins are sold, marketer will reimburse along with regular payment owner for deposit, or hold it if other coins are placed on consignment. So you don't have to get your deposit back, then send another deposit, and then just once. And as long as the stuff's selling, we should be good. But I'm selling 95% of the stuff that's being offered. In the event the shipping deposit is insufficient to cover return postage, coins will be held by marketer until owner pays the difference. Unsold coins will bear a 50-cent fee for handling and background work. And I need to add that to the minimum deposit. Yeah, okay. That needs a little work in there. Let me put a couple of X's right over here, because that's how I take notes. Okay. Include in deposit. But it's not really a deposit, it's just a prepayment. There you go. Because I'm going to spend time with this thing, put it in a decent holder, take the pictures, and that's not the right letter right there. All right, 50 cents, that's pretty darn minimal. Okay, inventory, price, and method. Owner will send a list of the coins. Here's your manifest. With each coin assigned a unique ID number, grade, and desired buy it now price or starting bid. Owner and marketer must agree on how each item is to be offered. You can offer it as a sale, you can offer it as an auction, and what the bin or SB shall be prior to the marketer offering the items. We're going to get on the same page. Now, the reason for all this stuff, each coin, you got to give it a number, right? It's no problem. You have a holder, you can put a slip of paper in there and say, this is number 1. Okay, great. And I'll give it another number according to my needs, but we can cross-reference everything. What do you think it's grading at? How much do you want for it? And we got to get on the same page, because if you think it's XF and worth $400 and you want a bin price of $400, and I think it's good with a hole in it and it's a quarter instead of a penny, we need to get that straight. So that's just a means of keeping track, because a lot of it's going to be, making sure the right coin for the right person gets recorded with the right amount. 5 is proceeds of sales. Now here you go. Marketer will pay to owner a portion of sales proceeds, which shall be calculated as follows. Sale price of each coin less 3% plus 30 cents for PayPal fees where applicable. Right? They don't pay by PayPal. Good. You don't pay that fee. Less the greater of $3 or 10% of the sale price. That is the commission charged by the marketer. Now, I've been looking at $5 minimum, but I've got the 50 cents already upstairs here with the coming in with a shipping deposit, and that's just a minimum. But 10% of sale price, okay, you're looking at a $30 coin and it starts to go up. You get a $10 coin, I get $3. Yeah, that's how that works. If you send in a $3 coin and I sell it for $3, I get the $3. Really much less than that, it just isn't worth my time and effort. Okay, and that's per coin, so you can't send 10 coins worth, 10 cents a piece and figure, I'll get $1 out of it. It's not going to happen. Okay, less the fees for certification, attribution, and inspection if requested by the owner. You say, hey man, I think this is a double die. Can you check it out? That's a $5 bill. Okay, less fees for money order and payment. Because if I got to send you, a money order, well, there's, what is it, 89 cents? I get nickeled a dime to death if if it's one item. So, you move 10, 20 coins, you're going to be holding up pretty good. That becomes pretty much a non-issue. Let's see, less excessive holders, packaging, shipping, handling. I mean, you got some of these things come in, and I charge $3 shipping to the customer, but you sent in, one of these things. Let's see if I can show you this. You sent in one of these. Where is it? Okay. Let's see what we got, because there's some big stuff out there. This is a United States Mint Prestige set. Dude, it's 1.5 inches big. These are, $5 minimum to ship. $7.50 easily. They're beautiful though. Right, you get the nice velvety case. You got this crazy thing inside. What's this one? They're Mount Rushmore. But some of these are, there's some substantial items that'll come through, right? I've seen these things that have no cases. Let me set this up right. Make sure that's properly packaged. I've seen them that have no cases, so now I've got to come up with what? Ziploc bags, cushion, padding, all sorts of things that have to go onto that. Maybe a particular box that fits it well so I can ship it and give the box that it's in special protection. So that's what that's about. Okay, let's find my way back. Here's the screen. So if there are excessive holders, packaging, shipping, handling, or other fees incurred, that gets deducted from the sale price. That's not too bad. Now most of the time they said, here's 10 coins. I get $3 or 10%. Now 50 cents I get up front. And I can put that into here. Okay, payment will be once per month. Right? I sell a coin, I'm not going to send a payment. Right? PayPal's going to kick our butts. We're chasing it. No, once a month. And it's going to be at least 30 days after the sale of a coin, because although I offer 14 days, PayPal offers 30 days for a refund. So I'm not going to, sell a coin, pay the seller, and then get stung by a buyer sending it back. I'm pretty liberal with what people send back. Well, I don't really need to. I've only had 3 items come back, and actually one wasn't returned. It was that when I screwed up the $50 there and shipped out the wrong ones to the wrong people. Okay, well, I just refunded their money. I didn't actually get the coins back, and other than that, it was like 20 years ago. So I'm not expecting stuff to come back, but I'm not also dealing with my coins. Okay, so you get paid once a month, and it's 30 days after it sells. A marketer will issue payment to owner by PayPal or USPS money order at the option of the owner. Those two are trackable, right? PayPal's real easy. It's right here on the computer, and I can print that out, so I got a hard copy. And same thing with USPS money order, a post office money order. There's a little slip, there's a little tag you get along with that money order, so you can track that as well. The guy says, I didn't get paid. I sent you the payment, and here's the tracking number, and it says it was cashed. So really, PayPal is the preferred method, and I might take out USPS money order, because that'll save me also up here less fees for order and payment. And geez, there's that extra trip involved. I might just take that out altogether. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to deal with PayPal and only PayPal. Okay, issue payment via PayPal. So if you don't have the PayPal account, I don't have a way to pay you. And keep the period in there. Yeah. Items returned by a buyer will count as a non-sale. An owner will be charged for a portion of return shipping charges. They send it back. Yeah, the owner will be paying the return shipping on that one. because I can't take a pinch on this stuff. I'd be more than happy to put my reputation on the line for you and sell good coins, but I'm going to prove them. And I'm going to be indemnified from all this. Tax requirements. Oh, you got to have the government in here. In the event the payment by marketer to seller exceeds $500 in a single year, and it's actually $600, but I want a buffer in there, owner will provide marketer with owner's social security number or tax identification number, because, you know, if you have a corporation you're doing this with, your federal TIN would be needed. Marketer will issue a Form 1099 miscellaneous at the appropriate time to owner's last known address. In the event the owner changes address, owner will update information with marketer within 30 days. There's a typo. Marketer will not store this information electronically. I'm not putting it on my computer, man. That'll go in a lockbox, buried by cabbages and sunk under the backfield somewhere with a log on top. I'll dig it up once a year. But I probably will not store it for longer than it takes to produce that 1099. Marketer will not store his information electronically except for use in printing at time of issuance. That's it, because if I'm using a QuickBooks, I got to type it in. And QuickBooks likes to save everything. So if I have to, I'll go to just hard copy, print it up, you know, write it with a pen. Okay, changes. This agreement shall apply to all items sent by owner to marketer until a change is made to the agreement. In the event of a change in the agreement, marketer, fix that, will inform the owner. Before marketer offers any subsequent items sent by owner, a signed copy of an updated agreement must be sent to marketer by owner. So if I say change it from, you know, PayPal to, or let's say I change it from PayPal or USPS money order, and then say no more money orders. Before you send more coins in, I need another copy of this this consignment agreement signed. Okay, further stipulations. Neither the owner nor his agents may bid on owner's own items. There will be no shilling babies. Marketer does not offer international sales and does not ship internationally. If owner sells any item held by marketer while in the possession of the marketer, owner will pay marketer commission, PayPal fees, shipping fees, and all other fees due as if the item was sold by the marketer. This goes back to number one. I have exclusive rights to sell the coins. You know, you want to sell it, you send it to me and then you sell it to somebody else. It's the same as if I sell it. Okay. Now, you can wait the 90 days and then sell it, you know, send it back to you. If owner sells any, we did that. Marketer may refuse to conduct business with any owner at any time for any reason, and need not disclose the reason. Am I the red hand? Not so much in I'm not gonna get you for race, creed, color, politics, religion, because I don't care about any of that stuff. But if you're a jerk, I'll just say that's enough of you. Okay, marketer may limit the number of coins being sent by owner, accepted by marketer, or offered by marketer. And this is a key issue. I've got several people that have been talking to me saying, "Hey man, when can you sell my stuff? Can you sell my stuff?" And I expect that once I get this online, which will probably be, I'm thinking later today, I'll be active with this. A lot of people are gonna just, you know, dude, they'll be all over me. Okay, all photographs, video, and digital reproduction of items will remain the copyrighted property of the marketer until and unless other arrangements are made and concluded. And this keeps me from being your photographic service for the cost of shipping. They send a bunch of coins, they take a bunch of pictures, they say never mind, and they take all the pictures that I put on various sites and say, you know, these are my pictures and I'll sell my coin myself. No, I'm not your photographic service. Then you get this one. I declare that I'm the lawful owner of the items, that I have authority to sell and consign the items, that the items are free of encumbrance, like you don't have a lien on it, that the items are authentic, and I agree to all of the above stipulations, and a signature, print your name, and a date. Let's see. What is the one magnifier you recommend? A good one. So that's what we have there for a consignment agreement. Any questions? Does it make sense? Is it fair? Am I not charging enough? Is it too much? $3 is minimum charge on that. Does contract have to be so complicated? Yes. We have a litigious society. You just send in your coins, I sell the coins, you say, hey, where's my money? You sold it for $50. I want my $50. Meanwhile, I'm eating shipping, I'm eating PayPal fees. I'd love to sell your coins, but I'm going to cover my backside. You sign a document just to, you know, to rent an apartment. Oh yeah, if I'm going to handle your valuables, you know, your coins, you know, a $70 or $80 or $100 or several $100 coins, yes, I'm going to cover myself, because I'll have plenty of people who will be involved with, you know, lots of the darn things repeatedly. It's important. If I don't have that coverage, in effect, I'll be broke in a week, guaranteed. 10x. Oh, 10x magnifier is good. I've got one here somewhere. I've got dozens of them here somewhere. There you go. That's a loop. That's called a jeweler's loop. It says 30x, but these are 10x. So I've got 2 remaining right now. Right now they're $3, and it's $3 more for shipping. They're wonderful. It's a standard. This is the king of tools. Mary, they're important questions. They really are. Some people are new to this, and they don't understand why, reasons that we have to get the information out. Understanding both sides of the equation and how it works is critical to making it successful. It's the way it is. You know, if I'm doing something, I deserve to get paid for that. Otherwise, I'll just do my own thing. Can you put a reserve price on the corn that you're selling? If you send corn to me and you want it sold, we can start, we have to come to an agreement as far as the selling price, the starting bid, if you're auctioning it. You're learning, Mary, really, you're doing great. Keep asking questions. But if you want a reserve price, yes, we start at that reserve price, right? Because I'm not going to waste people's time saying, hey, we got this thing, it's got a starting bid of $5, but there's a secret reserve of $30. Start at $30. The starting bid becomes the reserve. And really, if you're going to be auctioning an item and you're paying a $3 commission or 10%, you probably want to start at, you know, somewhere between $15 and $30 to make it worth your time as well. Well, that should make sense. I've been working on this for, well, a few months, but it's been backburnered, and I pull it out, work a little, and scribble a little, put it back, do some checking. I do need to add a clause about partiality. Sometimes there are places, oh, and state law. Oh, that's right, I meant to put that in. Okay, in the event 9, this, oh, can you see this? Where's the screen? There's the screen. This agreement. And let's get this jurisdiction. Because I'm in Florida, right? I'm selling in Florida. I'm broadcasting to the world, but I'm selling in Florida. And let's not do all caps. So I'm subject to Florida law. There we go. Because, geez, do you go with Minnesota law? No, I'm going with Florida law. And you got to spell that out. Because we got interstate commerce here. Is there any states that require tax? Geez. The U.S. SCOTUS, in their infinite wisdom, decided, you ready for this one? That everything online is taxable, right? That effectively every seller online, I don't care if you sell your used truck, is responsible for collecting sales tax. Thing is, you know, nobody's got these sales tax certificates. You can get one, they're nothing, they're $0, and you got to file every freaking month, and they send you paperwork every week and a half. Don't forget your sales taxes. the way it used to be, you go to the store, you buy a pair of pants, you pay sales tax. Around here it's 7%, right? You live in Maine, you buy something in Maine, even no matter where you're from, if you're in Maine and buy it, you pay, 7% or whatever it is, sales tax. Now, if you order through the mail, or if you order, offline, and it ships in from out of state, you have to pay what's called a user tax. It's in effect, it's a sales tax on stuff not sold in your state. So if you order a $100 item from somebody in, North Dakota, and you live in Utah, you would pay the Utah tax rate on that item you bought in North Dakota. It's called a use tax, for all the government's effort and contribution to making that all happen, or what they did for you. Yeah, they will tax anything they can. I'm not a big proponent of taxes, but if I have to add taxes, you'll see that in the user agreement. Yeah, we're still working it out. I'm about ready to go with it. I'll just go over it one more time here. There's Cheapskate. How are ya? Geez, you missed all the fun. We just went over the consignment agreement. Paula says, so if we have several errors and varieties, it would be best to sell those in lots to cover the commission. There we go. I'm going to go back to that screen. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did it go? There. Okay, proceeds. Let's see, if I'm going to handle 10 coins, I want a commission on each coin. Right, each item, sale price of each coin. You want me to do lots of 50 coins for $20? Now you're getting into very small value items that are going to take me a lot of time to offer and show and market. And I'm really not looking at consigning a whole bunch of small value items. It's going to be worth my time. You want me to go through and show several coins, I'm getting that commission on each coin. I know it kind of sucks because there's a lot of lower value coins out there, but really to make it worth my time, I have to charge $3 or 10% of the sale price. Whichever is higher is what I get. And the way it's written, your proceeds, you get whatever's lower, or whatever's lower is deducted from the fee. Yeah, so lots aren't going to work out. Somebody's going to send in a roll of wheat pennies and expect me to do something with it. I'd have to show every penny, and it's going to take me a while. I know a lot about that. Riveting stuff. Oh yeah, we got to get the technical jargon going. So yeah, that would be per coin, and putting several together for a single lot, it's still got to be per coin because it's going to take me longer. That's the exact same consignment commission Rick Snow charges. It's a fair deal. Well, eBay is going to hit you with what, 10% easily, plus you're going to get PayPal fees on top of that for the time and effort. But it's not just that. You go to eBay, you start with no following. Between myself and Robert Lawson, we have a pretty good we've got pretty good reputations. We're able to use that reputation to get a very good price for you. You can watch our sales. Geez, I sell 95% of the things I offer, and the things that don't sell, I'll just wait a week or two and try it again. And a lot of times there's somebody else different in the room, and it's out the door. Very few items have not sold. What do I have that hasn't sold? Nothing really. Yeah. But geez, we started at $3. So if you have an item that's worth less than $30, if you get less than $30 for the sale price, you'd be paying more than 10% commission. But at $30 and over, it's whatever, 10%. And I'll round it downward. That's not a problem. Makes sense. Anyone knows Civil War tokens? I think I found one. They're out there, baby. You can look it up. Try on my blog. You have a link on the right side. It's for key information websites, and there's a token site in there. It says 1863. The head resembles a coronet, and the reverse is a merchant token. Richards and Company Dry Goods. Surely, that may not be a Civil War token per se. These guys are going to go and raise a regiment, right? All the generals did this, which is why they became generals. If you could raise your own regiment join the war. Hey, you're a corps commander just like that. You're at least a colonel. And these fellows that had the cash would, well, they strike up pennies. Well, not so much pennies, but just like a penny. And they would sell them or give them away and effectively raise the money to finance that regiment. And that's how it worked. People would buy the things for, you know, $1 if they could afford that, or however much they would. And yeah, that's it was raising a regiment. They could sell them for a penny as long as they made more than a penny, or it cost them less than a penny. And back then they were pretty cheap. So yeah, how much do you need to raise a regiment? $30,000 in 1862 money, and so they sold these tokens. Has a dog on it. Good for 1 cent. It could be. A lot of times they'd have a patriotic slogan on there. Okay, we got 15 people watching. Let me take a look down here, see what's... Nothing's going to work. There we go. They're climbing too. We got more people coming in. So, at 5 o'clock in the morning there's people coming in? Alright. I'll go back over that real quick. Where to go? I gotta find this. And from here I go to the screen. I'm already on the screen. You've been looking at this the whole time? Oh gosh. Where the hell did the screen go? Okay. So there's me. I'm the marketer. From here on forward, I'm marketer. And then you have owner. See, the owner has to fill this out. We'll have single name, because if they put, you know, husband and wife name, then I gotta have husband and wife sign. Okay. Right to sell. Now before you sell, and I have to get this all together, the owner of the coin needs to contact me and says, dude, I got all these coins. And we can make sure we are on the same page before the guy says, oh, I'll just put them in a box and send them on their way and wait for a check. Because that's not really the way it's going to work. Owner grants marketer an exclusive right to sell owner's coins under the terms of this agreement for a period of 90 days from the date of receipt by the marketer. So I got them, you know, figure 90 days. Now typically, you know, a month. It may take us several attempts if I'm doing it during a YouTube stream to market these coins. But we do have, we're locking up Friday night. I've been doing it for a while. Took a little break for a while, but I've rearranged my schedule, and I think we can make it work pretty regular now. This exclusive right to sell only applies to the coins listed in the shipping manifest. So if you send something else, you know, later, and you haven't sent, you know, a shipping manifest, and I might change the wording there. Then, what's this coin? Market agrees to devote reasonable effort in marketing the coins. All prices and terms of sale shall be determined by agreement between the owner and the marketer. You know, you say it's worth 50 bucks, I say it's worth 20 bucks. It don't get sold until we reach an agreement. Owner might cancel this right with not less than 24 hours notice. So come Thursday at 7 o'clock at night, it's in the pipeline. Prior to sending coins, the owner will contact marketer to discuss all items. There we go. And I might move that above, because we should have more of a flow here. This can be done by email, private message, on a social network, telephone, or U.S. mail. Well, that'd be darn slow, but and we could probably take that out just to speed things up. U.S. mail? You gonna send me a letter? Do they still send letters? I think the last letter I got from anybody was from my great-grandmother. She was born in 1896. Coins would be sent to marketer housed in reusable holders, staple-free, in a manner that coins could be removed for inspection and photography. So that's saying, you know, cardboard flips with staples are right out. And I could probably expand on that and really specify a 2x2 unplasticized vinyl flip. Otherwise, I could make them available. Okay, upon arrival, marketer, that's me, I'm going to inspect for suitability and acceptability, any and all coins received. That doesn't mean I'm inspecting them for mint marks, RPMs, double dies, errors. I'm looking at them to think, is this acceptable? Is it scratched, damaged, bent, holed, screwed up, fake? Right? Any coins received and may elect at any time to not offer any or all coins. I can't sell this one. I'm not putting this coin up and putting my name on it as a seller. as a marketer. So this gives me minimum standards to work by. Marketer will estimate the grade and value of the coin. If there's a difference between the owner and the marketer in estimated value, marketer can elect to not offer the coin. Okay, we got a shipping deposit. This needs a little bit of work, and I got a note for that. Owner will place with the marketer an amount sufficient to pay for return shipping from the marketer to the owner. The minimum shipping deposit of $4 with an additional amount of 25 cents per coin. So that makes a proof set would be, you know, $1.25. I may need to adjust that. If owner desires insurance on return shipping, the amount charged by USPS will be charged to the owner plus 3% for PayPal fees, because I do all my shipping using PayPal shipping labels. If all coins are sold, marketer will reimburse, along with regular payment, owner for the deposit, or hold it if other coins are placed on consignment, or if they're going to be in a few minutes, you know, in a few days. We can. That's the kind of thing we would just kind of come to an agreement on. Just hold it, and here's some more stuff. In the event the shipping deposit is insufficient to cover return postage, coins will be held by marketer until owner pays the difference. Unsold coins will bear a 50-cent fee for handling and background work, and that would be sent with a deposit. And I'd have to I'd have to adjust this down here to $2.50 or 10%. So, you know, I get at least 50 cents, and that's not a whole lot if I'm going to be spending some time with this. What would that be per hour if it takes me 5 minutes? $6 an hour to say, these are junk. Inventory price and method. How do you want your coin sold? Do you want to buy it now price, flat price, you know, $20, first comer, here you go. Or a starting bid. And then what the starting bid will be, or what the buy it now price will be. I need to have a unique identification number, right, that I can read, that you assign to your coin, so you can have a list of, you know, this is coin number 1, this is coin number 2, coin number 3, right down the line. Real easy. You know, what your grade, what your value you think is. Owner or marker must agree on how it's going to be offered in the price. Proceeds. Marketer will pay to the owner a portion of sales, which shall be calculated as follows. Sale price of each coin less PayPal fees, less commission, less fees for certification, attribution, and inspection if requested, less excessive holders, packaging, shipping, handling, or other fees. Payment will be once per month and at least 30 days after the sale of a coin. So, you know, a month goes by, you sold 2 coins. If it hasn't been 30 days since, you know, those coins were sold, you wait another month, because the buyer can still send that back. Marketer will issue payment to owner via PayPal. So this requires people to tighten up their act. And to get PayPal, of course, you got to have a debit card, and for that you got to have a checking account. And if you don't have those, really, you're not yet stable. Work on it, folks. We'll help you get there. You can't free accounts. You got to have $100 in, you know, deposit at all times. Items returned by a buyer will count as a non-sale, and owner will be charged for a portion of return shipping charges incurred. And your 1099. You know, when we get to $500, you got to send me your Social Security number or tax ID number, federal. I don't need your state tax ID number. Okay, changes. If it changes, you got to sign a new one, send it in. Okay, neither the owner, you can't shill bid. Market does not offer international sales, so I'm not shipping it to France. If you're in France and send me coins and they don't sell, I'm not shipping them back. If the owner sells any items held by marketer while in possession of the marketer, I get paid as if I sold them. Otherwise, you can wait your 90 days and we'll finish up. But I suspect it won't be a month here. Jurisdiction. This agreement shall be enforced under the laws of the state of Florida. Sign, date, print. There, we covered it twice, so some new people should have that. What if we are tax exempt? If you're tax exempt, you would have a tax exempt number. Please send that instead of your tax identification number, so I can keep my records straight. Because there are churches, right? People donate to the church. What do they donate? They donated this coin to their church. I bought stuff from churches. And yeah, that would be a tax exempt donation to the church. The church can sell it, however, and they'd be tax exempt. I don't expect we would get that ever, but maybe. But if you are a tax exempt organization, you would have a certification number to show. Civil War tokens usually say something like "shoot on sight." Yeah, shoot him on. Anybody steps on this flag, shoot him dead. If you need a guinea pig, I'm your gal. Oh, good. I got some electrical experiments I'd like to try out. Yeah, and you're just crazy enough, like we can make this work. You as a seller will have to pay taxes on all these sales. In the state of Florida, I would have to collect sales tax. If I sell to Montana, the guy in Montana is responsible for use tax, right? You see the way that works? So I would not be responsible for Montana tax. But the SCOTUS ruling last month, do I need to collect Montana sales tax? Because now I need freaking 50 different tax identification numbers, plus one for DC. And I have to have those before I can market. What are they? What? It's that John Roberts, I tell you. I think they went a little too far on that. That's me. It's sales taxes. They're going to spend everything they can collect and everything they can borrow, and they're still not enough. Yeah, just keep on. Stop the spending. You know, we could spend less taxes if we just agree. Let's not have so many programs. They spent, what, $20 million to fling a chicken at 700 miles an hour at an airplane. Well, I understand the need to test, the windshields of these fighter jets. $20 million. The U.S. spent $20 million to develop a pen that would work in space. Right? It's called the Space Pen. It's still out there. You can get one right now. They're like $14 or something. They've come right down in price. $20 million for a space pen. The Russians used a pencil. Look, I got no problem with the space stuff. We've had a lot of great developments come out of that. You got, long distance communication. You got Velcro, right? Some really good O-rings and seals stuff. They got the welding figured out for the separated tank, and geez, they can insulate your drinks really good, right? Gosh, you can keep your beer cold for 6 weeks in some of the stuff they got. But the $20 million space pen, look, here's a pencil. Let's think that maybe these geeks need to have their lunch money stolen a couple more times to straighten them out. Man, they took a lot of my lunch money back in school. They still take my lunch money. One guy comes by every week. Yo, man, give me your lunch money. Here you go. Sometimes I just give them a rutabaga. Didn't they also give money to see how fast shrimps were on a treadmill? Oh boy, I hope not, man. There's been some questionable uses of tax revenue. But at this point, I have not been informed that I need to collect your sales tax. In some states, coins are not a taxable item. They're regarded as an investment. It's regarded as a hobby in places. So until the guy in the green uniform with a gun on his side and a badge on his boob comes by and says, knock, 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 I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And we'll go from there. I've had tax certificates from Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Florida, New York, Vermont, different things I've done before. They're not hard, really. They're usually free, but then you have to fill out the paperwork every month. Do you have an adequate amount of time for the coin to be viewed by the buyers? Is how long it will be on the market to see. Do you have an adequate amount of time? All I put in is that I will make a reasonable attempt to market the coin. Let's see. And I haven't spelled that out, but going by my track record, let's see, scope, nope, screen, I suspect that 90 days is way more than I will need. We figure I should be able to move it out within a couple of weeks. Let's see. Marketer agrees to devote reasonable effort in marketing the coins. Now I've got lots of different opportunities and ways to do it, right? But if I take your coin and put it on eBay, that would have other fees incurred. Well, that don't make no sense. That's 20%. The whole idea is we're using YouTube as the marketing venue, and it's showing pretty darn good results. Let's see, there's home. Here's this. There, I can see you, and I can see the, yeah, looks good. So how long do I just put it up on the screen and say, this coin is for sale. Please buy this coin. I intend to show it exactly the way I've been showing my coins in, you know, the various live streams that I've sold coins in. Scope, where are you? Oh, look, nope, it's dead. Okay, which one is it? Number, that one. Come down here, deactivate it, reactivate it, and we should see a head. There it is. Here's Lincoln's ear. I'm going to show it, I'm going to describe it, I'm going to offer up the information as far as mintage and rarity, if that's applicable. There we go. And it may or may not explain that this is a consigned item owned by someone else. Because as the marketer, I effectively act as the agent, and as the agent, I am the owner, in effect. But I don't have to say that it's consigned. But I could. But do I say it's consigned by, you know, Ant2242 sent this one in? Because then, you know, anybody who doesn't like Ant isn't going to bid. I'm not saying anybody doesn't like Ant. Everybody should love Ant. Ant's a good guy. Did you see what he did on that checklist? There's California Greenhorn. How are you? 660B1A token. Wow, you figured it out that fast? How much? What's it worth? It's a Civil War merchant token from Michigan. It's on NGC's website under item code MI 1863 Morency F660B2A Richardson Company Dry Goods. Outstanding. Glad I could help. It's useful, that little blog. It's just a little blog. Man, I'm getting some hits on there. I'm getting 3,000-4,000 hits a month, sometimes more. But there's different ways I can market it. But if it is consigned, I would say that, but I would not want to say who it was consigned from, because then you get into you know, personal relationships. What do you think? I think he's, you know, I don't like his name. He said something about somebody, somewhere, sometime. It would be anonymous in that particular regard. NGC doesn't have images or descriptions. Work on it. Look under NGC. Yeah, NGC. If you're a member of NGC, you get a lot more information. No idea what the price. It has verdigris, a rotated reverse, and clip planchet. Not as much care was put into those. The clip planchet is interesting. Depends on how big the clip is, because you know they use pretty good effort in making the darn things right. But you know, they got a sack of them. They got a barrel of the darn things to raise up that regiment with. But the rotated reverse, I can see that one. Maybe, you know, we'll just keep making them. There we go. Let me scroll up. I thought I saw a question somebody had. Yeah, well, I'm scrolling way up. Do they also give money to see how fast shrimps are on? Okay, the treadmill question. I don't know if shrimps can even, they can tumble on a treadmill, and it really helps to peel them that way. Do you have an adequate amount of time for the coin to be viewed by the buyers? And typically you're looking at probably a couple of minutes in the middle of a live show. and most of the time items sell. Now, does it sell as a buy it now price, or does it do we go with an auction and a starting bid? And we've had good successes with both. I'm half remembering a story from years ago about government spending. Years ago. Oh man, they've been spending for years. Don't worry, they're going to keep on spending. Believe me, don't worry about a thing. If the money bottoms out, they'll just invent new money and spend that. Haven't heard of that, Aunt. Merchant token, okay. We're catching up here. Robert sent me a get out of jail token. What is this? I saw a picture. I had the Monopoly guy writing 3-4 cops, and the guy's on the phone, and he's saying, I guess he's talking to the the police chief, and the guy says, "But boss, he has this card. Get out of jail free card." I hear they don't work in real life. Let's see what else we have here. I would link, but I'm not a mod. Man, that sucks. I took everybody off mod for a while because we needed that for coin jeopardy. It worked, and I'm pretty good with it. I didn't need 35, 40 mods anyway. Can I get mod for 2 minutes so I can get a link for Ant? What are you, special? Try now. That'll get you by. Are you a member of PCGS or NGC? I am not, but I probably might go to PCGS. Look, if you're going to slab your coin, go to PCGS, really. They consistently get higher values. Now, NGC does better with the varieties. Annex is probably the cheapest, but you don't command the premium. What you get in the difference between PCGS versus Annex is enough to pay the difference for certification. Ever see a permission slip that reads, "I do what I want"? I wrote one like that once. Ken doesn't have to do anything. Yeah, it didn't work. There it is. There you go. So that's what we're talking about. Does it make sense to consign coins? Yes, it does. I've got a fairly strong reputation, and well, I can use that for your coins, and well, anybody's coins. But we have to be on the same page, right? You're going to send a coin. I'm going to agree on the price. I'm going to agree on the value. I'm going to agree on the grade. And if we cannot agree on that, I'm not going to sell the darn thing. So we'll, it starts with communication first. Because I swear in 3 days, I'm going to get a package in the mail. Here's my coins. Sell them. And it'll be a bunch of 15-cent wheats. Okay, my specialness has expired. Cheapskate, you're so special. I'm going to send you a picture of a bus. Right? Got the front of a bus on one side of the card. Got the back of a bus on the other. It's like, it'd be like this thick. That's how special you are. Yeah. That'll work. Here it is. Now, from your point of view, if you're sending in coins to be sold, to be marketed, what are your expectations? Oh, and please hit the like button. I can't hit the like. I don't actually get a like on this page. What would be your expectations if you were selling your coins and sending them to me? Because the primary means we'll be using would be the live stream on Friday nights. And man, we got the turnout there. Of course, if we run over, we just have more on Monday. Between Robert and myself, I think we got strong enough reputations to really start to draw a sizable crowd. And you saw Robert's stream, what, about 10 hours ago. Honestly, I would have you grade it because of your knowledge. I'm not a coin grader. Chesapeake says, excuse me, Cheapskate. Did you see Cheapskate's video the other day? He had a bunch of foreign coins he's looking at it. And it's not just him, it's him and her. And that's Angela, and I forget his name. I didn't even know he was there. I might have to send you a photo of a Japanese coin I've been trying to identify and date it for almost a year. It's the only coin I've been unsuccessful in identifying. Japanese, they usually have a chrysanthemum on there. It's a circle and, you know, flower petals. You see it on the fronts of their battleships and all their Navy ships. Kind of a neat thing. That's a key indicator that it's a Japanese coin. But you go back, you know, 200 years or so, and it's more of a feudal system, so they might not have coins. I think they had bamboo swords or something, and they spent those. Yeah, Cheapskate, he did a great stream. He's going to go, you're going to watch Cheapskate's streams. He's got the confidence, and the presentation is good. The voice is strong. His explanations are solid. You watch him. He's going to be, he's going to take that someplace. I'm working on Newfoundlands and miscellaneous Canadian tokens at my new job. You're working at a Coinstar, Ant? Is that a coin shop? Live your stream cheap. Yeah, that's right. Live it, like it, love it. There you go. So if you haven't subbed Cheapskate, get over there. And I'm going to make sure I got you on the blog directory here. Let's see, where the heck is screen? Here's the screen, here's the directory, and it just updated the Friday, so we got me and then Robert, and he started at 7. I've been starting at 9:30, and he didn't have any issue whatsoever with a 7 o'clock start time, because you do have a larger population on the East Coast. But I want to give him time to get home. Okay, well, 8 o'clock's a pretty good time. I may start at 7 with some buy it now items, and then get into the, you know, those several auctions, because I do both auctions and buy it now. And auctions, I'd want a larger audience, so I'd go a little later in the day, a little later in the show on the auction, so I also have the West Coast population, because, you know, 8 o'clock here on the East Coast, they're just getting out of work. They're driving home till 9 o'clock over here. Oh, let's see, here's the video channels. And can we even see this? Yeah, we can see the whole darn thing. So we find Cheapskate. There's Mantic. There's, where's Cheapskate? Right there. And I added in, he's got 214 subs. And when he gets to 500 subscribers, he's going to have a giveaway. So watch for it. You keep your eye on him. He's got good knowledge and a great presentation. Keep an eye on him, guys. He's going to take it somewhere. Now let's see, I can find my way home. There's the live. Yeah, and then there's this thing, so I can see what we're talking about. And then I click on the home, so yeah, this is good. JC Well, keep in mind if the screen goes by too fast, you might have to put the chat in slow mode. I'm not having trouble with that, except when you know, I do like guess a date. Coin Jeopardy, if you have too many people, you can scroll quickly. It can be tough to go back and try to find, you know, who said it first. I haven't had a problem yet, but there is slow mode, and I can always enforce the, you know, one guess, one answer, or one question, if need be. But for an auction, if it's going by that fast, that's okay with me, man. Let it run. Bid often, bid early, just like voting. Cindy says, I like your auctions, Ken. You're to the point and don't waste time on one coin. You keep it moving. That's important. There's a bunches of stuff here. Dude, there's stuff here you haven't seen. There's stuff here I haven't seen in a long time because it's buried under other stuff. So moving some counts is good. Now what I was doing this past couple of weeks was moving a lot of wheats. Dude, there's a lot of wheat still. There's lots and lots of them, but it's a very popular series. They're not particularly expensive, so that gives people a chance to get acquainted, if you will. And geez, fill those books. There's so many dates, so many people. You got thousands upon thousands of collectors, and they all need a couple of hundred dates. Some of them are not too expensive. You can put together a very nice set of wheats for not too much. If you take out your big 3 or 4, You're talking $1,000 will get you a really splendid set, except for the SVDB, 14D, 31S, you know, maybe the 09S, maybe the 24D. Yeah, you know, you can get maybe a good one. Save up and get a good one. Don't worry, Ken says cheapskate. I don't cheapskate. I can't pronounce Chesapeake. I don't blame you for forgetting my name. My wife was way more memorable. Lewis. It's Lewis. Did they call you Lewis or Louie? It's Lewis and what's her name? Paula says, link. Somebody's channel. Is that Chesapeake? That's Cheapskate Coins. Oh, good. And you can find him in the directory. He's a good guy. He's been around for a while. I think he's 41, but he doesn't look a day over 40 and a half. Same thing with those 2 centers. 2 centers, you only need, you know, 8 dates. And if you get 8, dude, one of them is a big dollar coin. But I'm going to focus right now on getting people, getting their sets started. Really, that's a key aspect, because if you want to sell bigger coins, you need to start them with smaller coins and get them deeper into the hobby. So many people are new to collecting in these groups. Now, I do have some better stuff. Don't get me wrong. There's all kinds of stuff here. But man, we can do some volume of small stuff and get people get their folders, get their albums, get their sets, you know, moving. Get some momentum in there. What's your opinion on that 2018 reverse proof set? I think it's a marketing ploy by the U.S. Mint to increase sales. Plain and simple. That's what it's for. We need to make money. Everything they can tax, everything they can borrow, and everything they can sell. They got a monopoly on U.S. coinage. So let's that enhanced uncirculated set was just the most awful thing. Gosh, I gave it away. I looked at it and thinking, how awful. This is awful. It is unattractive, unremarkable. It didn't do it for me. ARG spelling. You spell ARG, A-R-G. You're doing it right. You're fine. It's silver at least. Which one? I know I want one. Yeah, they made everything collectible, so now nothing is collectible. No, actually, their figures, their mintage figures, are dropping rapidly. Now, they screwed up with the mint sets, and for 30 years, they just produced a second-rate product. Nobody's buying the darn things. Now they're adding more coins in, so instead of, you know, having 5 or 10 coins in a mint or proof set, geez, you're getting 25. You're getting 14 to 25 coins. So the price is going up. Price goes up. They're used to crappy quality. Nobody's buying it. Mintage is going down, and some of these are getting to be pretty pricey. The reverse proof set is silver. Is it now? I haven't really bothered. I like the regular old standard, you know, yesterday's proof, just like they've been making for forever, since I was born. Well, actually, since after I was born. The proof set is silver. It's neat. I also got the 225th set. I really like the look of it, and I'm happy to have it. Well, then, by God, you hold on to it. Will they go up in value? Perhaps. They come out of what, 44, 45? I saw them hovering, maybe 39. I saw them hovering in the 40 to 45 range for a while. The last I was looking, they're on 30-ish. Well, you know, when you spend $50 on a proof set, and you know, within a year you've lost 20% of the value, that's going to drive away a lot of buyers. And that's exactly what has been done. They've been overproducing for many years. The 80s were pretty heavily produced. They tightened up starting in the 90s. 2000s, they've been in decline ever since. And now you're getting some of these sets, you're getting into some, you know, especially the silver sets, 500,000 sets. The mint sets, they used to produce those until, you know, they just threw them away. You know, the bums would collect them and buy sandwiches and stuff out of the trash can. Now they're producing, you know, less than 1 million. So they're becoming valuable in that way. But also they're protecting them better. Where's that? I had one here. 1985. Cello. Okay, and this is good cello. In the 70s, it was thinner cello. And if you hold it out like this, it would flop over. Thinner. No, not good. Whereas, whoops, that one fell out. Whoop, that one fell out and slid. Stop. Okay, I won't be... Damn it, stop it! I won't be taking any more coins out. Whereas now you have the blister packs. These things have been around since the 60s. Really. I mean, they used to package wood chisels in these things. They put eggs in this flimsy foam, right? Put a, you know, a solid block of steel in a blister pack. Well, anyway, now they got the coins in the blister pack, and they're a lot more durable. They protect the coins better. But some of these have the, you know, special finish. Well, gosh, why not make them all special instead of just pulling them out of a hopper, all clawed up from 50,000 other coins falling on top of them, and give us a delightful product instead of stuff like this. Can we see this? You can see it here. Let's really look at it. This is a mint set, and there's no special care or concern put into them. They have bag marks. There's one on his forehead, pretty sizable. They've been in a hopper. It's almost circulated, because, dude, if they're in that hopper and they've just landed more stuff on top of them, they take a lot of hits. The smaller ones do a little better. Here's your dime. But, you know, I want a good-looking coin as my collector piece. What's special about these? Nothing. You get dings, dangs all over them. And the bigger the coin, the more marks. Ikes in these sets, oh, they're just shameful. Gosh, what's that on the back of his head? Thunk. Somebody hit him with a 2x4. Yeah. I'll pay how much for that? How much? Yeah, there's a difference in quality on these things. Well, give us quality and we'll buy it. Well, anyway, that's enough ranting about the mint. They're government workers. What do you expect, really? Oh, Paula said something. I better pay attention. Okay, got mine last year for $28. Man, they're coming down. That's not too bad. Some of the clad proof sets are more valuable than the silver. You know, 90s. I can see that. I can see that being correct. Oop. Scroll too fast. I can't scroll any smoother. I might miss some of these. Avalanche. Yeah, I'll get those in a minute. They're in a good holder. They'll be just fine. They don't need special strikes. Oh, you got the reverse proof, the enhanced uncirculated. Gosh, how many more things you gonna do? Now you got the no, that's aftermarket. The ones with the signatures on the slabs, that's aftermarket. Yeah, look, give me proof set. I like the silver proofs. Those are neat. I don't know why you need to put in, you know, a copper cent and a copper nickel, and then the funny dollars, because they're not silver. Nothing other than the set is together and not impaired. I want to see not impaired. They haul these things out of the hot. Just hold the bucket out and let the coins fill the bucket, and then they'd slop them on the table and put them in. Jeez, it's sloppy. It's shoddy workmanship, in my opinion. These older mint sets. Something I always wondered: older coins were 90% silver because of how cheap silver was at the time. So why didn't they just make the 100% silver instead of dealing with the copper coins? Silver was the monetary base. Our coinage was based on silver. By having silver in the money, it had intrinsic value. Until the intrinsic value exceeded face value, and they said, hey, we're losing money. Now we have effectively fiat currency, or fiat coinage. It's not backed by gold, it's not backed by silver, it's backed by the promise of future work by the American citizenship. As long as we keep on performing, keep our economy sound, would be good. But if it all goes belly up, all those half dollars are going to be worth as much as, you know, 50 pounds of copper and nickel fused together. Sure steel would be too soft. Oh, yeah, they had to have a clad mixed with a 10% copper in there. Yeah, silver is very soft and malleable. Copper is less soft and less malleable, but still, it's good enough. This is why our coins wear out. They're not iron. Of course, if it was iron, they'd rust, much like the pennies are doing now. Mine come right out of the cellars and into acrylics. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They probably are all alcoholics. The government workers? Well, the ones I know are. And also the, like the college professors, they're alcoholics. And deans, they're alcoholics. And most of the law enforcement guys I know, they're alcoholics. And well, pretty much everybody I know. I can't drink anymore. My stomach won't allow it. Well, what the hell are you going to do? Hey, I had fun in my youth. Let me tell you, don't miss a bit of it. There's Charlie. Fiat is death. Hey, all countries have fiat currency now. That's the way it goes. Correction, the taxes received by the American worker. From the American worker. Let's just have a show and bitch about the government. We should do that. We could never stop with that. We could just... I would get 50,000 views. Postal workers, they're all alcoholics. Man, I had a package. A guy sends me a message. I got your package. It's got a boot print on it. Oh, God. Maybe he's a stumbling alcoholic. I can't drink either. I'm allergic. I break out in handcuffs. Come on, copper! Oh, that's too funny. Oh, the few times I've been arrested, oh yeah, I've been just smashed. A few times? I don't really remember how many. Got away most of the time. I know a number of collectors that wish all mint sets would be done away with, so the numismatic value of business strikes would increase greatly. Well, the mint sets are business strikes, except for 2005 to 2010. So, I don't see how the business strikes would increase in value when the mint sets are taken from the hopper, right? They're making the quarters in 1978, right? They're making the quarters we're going to spend on our hot lunch, right, for our discounted lunch. And they'd go over with a bucket and scoop them up, and that was the quarters that we're going to use for the mint sets. No fooling, same thing. The We Care stickers. Well, anyway, if you're consigning, how many items would you want to consign at once? How often would you want to consign? What sort of price range would you be consigning? Because I don't need somebody sending in 20 coins and they're $1 a piece, and they spent, geez, the shipping alone is going to make it not worthwhile. How many coins would you be sending in if you were consigning coins? What sort of value would you hope to get? If we agree, life is good. But what if we don't agree? What if I think your $20,000 coin is worth $14? Because if there's not 10 million mint sets floating around with high-grade coins, but they're not high-grade. They're better grade often, but they're not necessarily 65, 66, or higher. And you can find some in there. They've been protected and preserved to some degree better than circulation strikes. Let's look at the other half of that set. But they're not always that great. Now the special mint sets, those are a little bit different too. Those are special strikes, and they protected those a little bit better. Let's see, where's the scope here? But you're going to tell me that this is a high grade because it's in a mint set? He's got gouges. I've seen him, his nose is bashed in. Let's have a look at the quarter. okay. The quarter looks okay. But I wouldn't give it, I certainly wouldn't give it more than 65. We'll look at the back side of it. I got a few marks here. That looks pretty decent for a quarter. But it's not a 68. The 85D cent. I've got a mark beside the shoulder. There we go. I've got a spot on his neck. Yeah, and that's a contact. Let's see, above Liberty, there's a couple in that field, small ones. But geez, with that big in there, and that one on his neck, I can't give that more than 64 for the size of that. The rest of it looks real good, but that's a pretty substantial mark on his neck. Let's have a look at that. Where's the back? Back looks pretty decent here. I'm not hurting too bad. Yeah, but this is just a sampling. You know, we can't judge all mint sets by one sampling. But so many of these are, especially the bigger coins, they're chopped up, they're beat up. There ain't nothing special about them. Not many from mint sets are still wrecked, but consider that the years 83 and 84 are worth thousands in high grades. There were extremely limited mint sets you could only get that year if you did a mint tour. He's absolutely... See, he knows his stuff. We can learn from cheapskate coins. He's cheap, but he's right. Would you be willing to send buyers direct links to your sellers for smaller value items? Well, they can do that now. Would you be willing? I probably wouldn't go out of my way to take time to do it over here in chat. My objective is to take those coins and offer them live, as I've been doing. Look how shiny this is. Now, you want me to promote your company? Want me to promote your store? We can talk about that. But, you know, you can already communicate back and forth for smaller items. But it takes a while to build that reputation so people will come and say, oh, you have coins, I'll come over and check out your coins. It takes a long time to develop that reputation. And here we can accelerate it, at least, you know, get it going. But giving names out, like this coin comes from Paula. Well, all the people over there that have a problem with Paula might not bid on that coin. Having an anonymous owner is an advantage for some people as well. Sorry, 82 and 83. That sounds better. 84 had the special silver dollar from the Olympics. Damn right, says Ant. We don't know what the production figures are for those souvenir sets. I thought we did. It's like $1 million or something. I'd have to look that up. I don't often deal with mint. I don't deal with the older mint sets. I like these newer ones in the blister packs just because it's a better grade of coin. The mints claim to not even know how many they made. Again, they're government workers. What are we going to do? That's the problem with mint sets. It's sloppy everywhere, from production to packaging to record keeping. No. I like the new ones though. I love the satins. Don't do that, says Paula. Yeah, that's a... See, somebody screws up their reputation, they still want to sell some coins, there's an option. Here's a way to do it. Maybe you have a vendetta against somebody else. Well, you're never going to know. It's all about the coin. It's not about the politics of the people involved or behind the coin. How could I make a slideshow and send it to you or any person online? Oh, a GIF maker. Type it into Google, GIF maker, and it'll pop it right up. And you take 20 pictures, you make a GIF with 20 photos, or just send 20 photos. That works great. You could always do it as a video. Yeah, just make a video. Get your cell phone out. Here's my coins. Put it up. But getting the people to see your videos is a trick. Cheapskate, he's over here. We know him. We love him. We cannot live without him. He's only got, what, 200 and something subscribers? Building that is difficult. Where are you, God love yous? Let's see. Cheapskate, 214? Oh, God, that's criminal. Get over there and subscribe to Cheapskate, will ya? I'll wait. I lost my place. I'll wait. Matter of fact, I'll wait about 2 minutes. I'm going to run to the reading room. I got a chapter. I got to read. Yeah. And I want to refresh my coffee. Now subscribe to Cheapskate while I'm gone. Baby, can you clean that bathroom? I made a mess in there. She loves me. Already subbed. That's a spirit, Charlie. Hoosier's up this morning. Hoosier, we're talking about a consignment agreement where people would send their coins and I'd be able to market them as I've been doing on these various Friday night shows that I've done over the past few months. Buying gold and silver in bulk. Now, to pay off the national debt, we need to audit every department. No, it's still a better culture. Halt spending increases. Pay off as much debt as possible. Meanwhile, you must also be secretly buying silver and gold in bulk. Austerity has its place. I'll give it that. You know, geez, if I don't have the money, I don't eat steak. I eat macaroni and cheese, or ramen, or oatmeal, or pancakes, or corn mush, or beans. And if I need to be more austere, I got oak trees all over these woods. I'll just, you know, simmer up some acorns. It's not a problem. I will never go hungry. But austerity has its place. We do tend to spend a lot of money on projects that get part way there, and then, you know, we cancel it because of, you know, budget problems. Huh? Well, if we didn't start them, we wouldn't have budget problems. But really, what I'd like to do is pay less taxes. Let's start there, because I think we can all agree on that one. What do you say? We're the government, right? Let's charge ourselves less taxes. And to do that, we have to give up some things. So what are we willing to give up? Because whenever you say anything, there's always a group or, you know, some interested people who say, no, you can't touch that. That's important. Did you wash your hands? I didn't pee on them. If all goes well, it should take a few decades. Man, what we're doing, if we're borrowing money, we're borrowing from our kids. We're going to make them pay back money that we spent, that we didn't need to. That's all I'm saying. I would give up broccoli. Why? It's one of the best darn things out there. Have you ever had I mean, go out and cut it, bring it in, right? Drop it in a pot of water that's already boiled, right? Get a little salt in there, it's already boiling. Just make it tender, and drizzle some melted butter on there. Oh, it's the best. It is the best thing out there. I can't think, okay, bacon's better. I can't think of many things that are better. You said to give up something. No, spending. Government spending, like stuff. Do we need 37 signs per mile on the highway? There's this one town right up here. It's called White Springs. No foot. The town's a speed trap. I mean, that's what makes their money, right? They got north of town is the plant, and if you work at the plant, because you're going to drive through town to get there. And there are what? I think I counted 17 in 3 miles. There are 17 speed limit signs. The speed limit goes up, it comes down, or goes up, it comes down. At one point on the road, it's 25 miles on one side of the road and 20 miles an hour on the other side of the road. This is no fooling. But they make a lot of money because the guys come in, they're late for work, boom. They're going to be later for work because here comes the rollers, and one of their 2 cops is going to give them a citation for $250 or some damn thing. It's awful. It's a speed trap. But I'm willing to let you pay less taxes if you let me pay less taxes. Bacon. They tax bacon. I'm sure they tax broccoli. If they can tax it, what don't they tax? The air you breathe and sex. And if they could tax either one, they would. Look at Vegas. Sex. There's a sales tax. And it's legal. And the divers, the scuba divers, they'll tell you, yeah, you pay a tax on air. But it's in a, compressed form. Give up the soundproof booths for the government. Only get smart needs. One to talk to the chief. You get the cone of silence. Just put it over your head. What? What, chief? That's it. Get them a cone of silence between, the FBI and the White House. They tax air. It's called carbon taxes. This place out here is really good for carbon. I like the carbon cycle. They cut down the trees, for the power lines. I tell them just dump it in the backyard here, and I take that mulch and I use it to mulch potatoes or rutabagas or broccoli. Man, this place has a lot of carbon here. Hey gang, yeah, I got nailed speed trap in Stark. Now I stay on 75-mile-an-hour interstate. Stark. Down there you got a Georgia Pacific mill. There's a place they do lime, I guess. It's a gypsum plant. What else is in Stark? Yeah, there's probably something else over there. Maybe a power plant. I say put Livestream webcams in all their offices so we can look in anytime we want. Well, they still, workers and stuff, but, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. Right? This is a benefit. Public employees are doing pretty darn good on the benefits. Jeez. You serve in Congress once, you get a pension for the rest of your life. I think I'll run for Congress. Center Florida, undercover. Yeah, Stark. It's towards the east over there. Stark's not a great place. The road improvement, or at least in Massachusetts, is paid for with gas tax. You're going to drive your car. You're going to register your car every single year. Really? Why am I still paying for that truck? I've had it for freaking 12 years. I still got to pay $75 a year to leave a license, to add it for a sticker. I think I should not have to pay $75 for a sticker where they change one number from 17 to 18. The first number is the same. But a gas tax. You drive twice as much as me. Your gas sucks the fuel. You load it up with equipment and materials. You're going to burn more gas. How about a gas tax? Because, geez, I never leave the house. That'd be wonderful. How about a per mile tax? You drive your car 50,000 miles, I drive mine 5,000 miles. Maybe it should cost you more. How about stop taxing our cars? I would like that even better. Let's find a different way. Let's stop spending money on something else so we can use that money to pay for the road so we don't have to pay, car registration. That I would support. Why come up with more money to pay for stuff when we can not pay for stuff? That's what I want to do. So I have more money to spend on coins. See, that's self-interest. Let's tax religion. Good Lord, if there's one product, the best-selling product in the history of the world, it's a deity, some sort of, ancient sky fairy. And give us 10%. Tithe. Tithes to the ancient sky fairy. Look, there's people that like religion. That's okay. I'm not going to knock your beliefs. Soon the government is going to consider everything property and charge their... What do you mean soon? Dude, we are everything. There's nothing they can't take from you. Charge property tax on bars of soap. I pay a sales tax on soap. I pay taxes on the vehicles that ship the soap. They do tax religion in some place. I'm an ordained minister. Just as a neat little side fact. I've been thinking about starting up my own church. I think the church of what's happening now has already been taken as a name. So many hidden taxes. Gosh, they're going to tax your feet. They can't tax the street. Pay property tax on soap over and over and over every year. You buy that one bar of soap, you get a bar of soap, that's a bar of soap tax. You still got it next year? We need another bar of soap. Stop the taxes. If people had more money, they could spend more money. What would happen? The economy would rise. And remember, a rising tide raises all the boats. Stop charging so much in taxes so we have more to spend and the economy will flourish. I've said it before, right? We have more money back in taxes, we're going to buy beer, right? People are buying more beer. They're going to hire more at the beer store. They're drinking beer, they're working at the beer store, they're not committing as much crimes because they're either drunk and passed out or they're working. So my plan offers full employment, reduced crime, and free beer. Tell me I shouldn't be in Congress. I never take away from anyone's right to worship. All I'm saying is if they can afford $100 million churches, let them pay up. Pony up. Yep, every time you say God, send Uncle Sam $1. Here you pay extra property tax if your home is near a school. Wow. Wow. It's not just a higher, I think it'd be because the valuations would be higher. While we're at it, drop Congress's pay to minimum wage. Put Congress on the same retirement plan we have. It's fixed like that. Instantly. Just make coffee. God love you. This is getting interesting. School tax. Yeah, it's $100 on Monopoly. Please pay $100 school tax. That's community chest, which means put your money in the chest. Oh, I think we can do a lot more with our tax money. Really, if we keep our taxes the same, we should demand a whole lot more for what we're getting. And if we don't need those things that are being spent on, look, your agency, if you don't spend your entire budget, next year it's going to be cut, right? So every year these agencies they stock up on brand new furniture, brand new file cabinets, brand new chairs, brand new carpets. Every 3-4 years I got brand new everything. Geez. Up in the tool trailer we got a chair that has been fixed so many times it's probably more duct tape than chair. Really, I think it's just a big, it's a duct tape chair. It's comfortable. He can sleep in it. done it many times. But that's what we put up with, you know, and I'm willing to do it for what they pay me. Of course, I don't want to do the job anymore, so I don't give them the chance to pay me anymore. But you need a brand new chair every year. I get, you know, this chair is like 2 years old. That's why I smoke a pipe. But there's a lot of ways to cut spending, and that's our money. Yours, mine, his, theirs, ours. We's. I think Puerto Rico will become the 51st state. Boy, I hope so. They're good folks down there. The chicks are smoking hot, right? And they got rum coming out of the water fountains. What's to hate? Puerto Rico's been a U.S. territory for so darn long. I mean, they're American citizens, right? They get everything we get. They pay taxes, but it goes to Puerto Rico. Why not? If they want to be a state, make them a state. They have a rep, right? They got representation in Congress. It's up to them. They vote every few years, and it's gaining traction, but they're not quite ready yet. Give them time. We'll put another 51st state up. We'll have another star. I say just make Mexico a state. Problem solved. They're not in for it, man. Speaking of taxes and coins, I tried to buy something from the Austrian Mint. They shipped everywhere in the world except here. They explained that due to recent tax law changes, they couldn't ship here. We tax too darn much stuff. We started out this whole thing started with a half-cent tax on tea, the stamp tax. Remember that? You know, and the guys got all upset, and they dress up as, you know, Native Americans, and got on these ships in Boston Harbor and dumped that tea into the freaking harbor, because we ain't paying no half-cent tax on tea. You gotta buy a stamp to put in your tea to sell it, and of course the price would go up. They said, screw that. You're gonna tax our tea? We ain't drinking no goddamn tea. That's where it started. Geez, you know, I buy smokes, I buy a little bit of gas, I buy food, I grow a little. I really need to give that more attention. That's getting down. I have electricity I use. Let's see, telephone. After that, I buy some items, some stock and supplies and stuff. I don't go. Okay, I bought a new coffee machine. I bought that piano. I bought the electric piano and still can't play a damn thing on it. But I really don't buy a lot of things. I just don't need them. I'm handy in a kitchen, so I got every single kitchen gadget there is, and it's top shelf stuff. It's either made out of cast iron, stainless steel, or, you know, something really durable. Clothing, shirts are cheap, and I got literally 100 t-shirts. Right, I got a bin of socks. There's 40 or 50 pairs of pants in the back room just stacked up. I own. It's paid for. So I don't have any. I got no bills, and I don't need things. I could use a riser supply line from the water line to the toilet. I could use that. Okay, $6. But I don't. I'm not buying diapers. I'm not buying kids' clothes. I'm not buying all these things people buy to keep their households right. You know, cable TV, VCR, that thing that watches the TV for you. So I don't pay as much in taxes because I don't consume much stuff. You out of here, Hoosier? You have a nice day and stay safe. Kitchen gadgets are serious money. They can be. I got one of them mixers, and it's actually I keep it on the shelf here, and it sticks up in the window, and I can see the window from the bedroom. So I mean, every single night I get up, looks like a head, you know, because the shape just about like my head, kind of rounded over the top there. Grab the gun. Yeah, it's durable. I shot it 5 times. Small bills and upkeep and taxes. Yeah, I think the biggest taxes I spend are probably property taxes, and that's it's like $400 a year. I'm out here in the woods. It's pretty low. Keep in mind, Fritz Bender, if we take over Mexico, then we have to worry about being that close to Colombia. We make them our friends. We send them beer. Right. Want to be our friends? You know, we could have done a lot better in some of the wars we've had if we just offered our opponents free beer. Look, you set down your arms, we'll just send you, you know, 6 or 7 shiploads of beer. What do you say? And a lot of them will go for it. Dude, that sounds good. You know, what's all this shooting and crap? We get free beer? All right. Lots of hype from the media. So please keep in mind. No shit. No, I didn't really shot it, but I could. I'm ready. I'm alone out here. I'm ready, dude. I hear a noise. Yep, and that cat's out there. He's got me rigged up. I wake up, I'm really fucking tense, man. Alcohol used to be illegal. Before that it was legal. Before that it was illegal. I know, whatever the way the political winds blow. But Americans have made it clear throughout history that they are going to have their booze and their beer one way or another. Guaranteed. Ain't no stopping it. Now then, let's get back to our subject, because two good ways to kill a channel, 3 or 4 really. One is talk about politics. One is talk about religion. Another one is bring in drama. Another one is talk about social issues. Stay away from that stuff. Taxes, everybody agrees that they don't want to pay taxes, or at least not so much. If your taxes were cut in half, what would you spend it on? I mean, you're talking several $1,000s a year. What would that be? A new car? Down payment for a house? A lot of people would like that. New clothes? Get your hair done? Your nails? See, it all goes back into the economy. And if we cut our taxes, we would have a bigger economy. So we'd have a smaller pie. No, we'd have a smaller slice of a bigger pie. We wouldn't be shrinking the federal budget because the economy grows and you take a percentage of that in taxes. Grow the economy. Taxes will be nothing. George Washington made whiskey. He made a lot of money on whiskey. He also got involved in George Washington was a land trader. Had a lot of land, lots and lots. But yeah, he made a big amount of money on bootleg whiskey. Huge. He's a bootlegger. He's like the Dukes of Hazzard, 1750 style. I wonder if it was any good. Jeez, has anybody done that? Gone and made whiskey in the manner that George Washington made his whiskey, and compared to, say, Jack or Jim Beam or Canadian Mist or whatever the heck? What else they make for whiskeys? There's that one with a turkey on it. What's that one called? Old Turkey? Something like that. Get everyone a doobie. They'll chill out, man. Dude. Oh, it's 6:05. Set your clock back an hour and 40 minutes. Interesting fact. George Washington, who was on both a coin and a bill, created a law stating American presidents were not allowed to be on the money because they didn't want America acting like England. And they eventually made it that living Americans could not be on coins. But of course they destroyed that in 1990 with the baseball commemorative. I mean, you get the Nolan Ryan baseball card and look at the baseball coin commemorative coin, and it's it's Nolan Ryan. And then you got that hideous beast there, the Kennedy, on that Special Olympics dollar, and that's just the ugliest. Have you seen that? Can I pull it? I can't pull it up right now. Scotch and schnapps. I drank grain. I've had grain poured into me. Guy jumps on top and pours it on you. Oh yeah, you don't remember much after that. Apparently we had a fight, but we got the damage fixed before my mother got home. That's really what matters. My dad made homemade wine, did something wrong, blew up. I've made beer. It's a fairly simple process. Just have to make sure everything's sanitized real good, because if it's not, it's easy to make an anaerobic bacteria in there, which will grow in the bottle and put up some gases, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden, boom! There goes a bottle of beer just blowing up on the shelf. Mount Vernon made whiskey like George Washington did. Okay. You do understand that Mount Vernon was George Washington's house. For rum, I can't drink rum. Buddy of mine comes over, he's got some rum. Oh, come on, we got to do some shots. I said, no, I can't. Oh, come on, you can do it. Do a shot of rum. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, here, look, I got one pour. There you go. All right. Hope. I can't drink rum. Can't do it. Goes in, bounces. I told you, I can't do it. Dude, you can't drink rum? No. Can't do it. They grew hemp. They made rope. Look, you want to smoke dope? You go right ahead. But if you're going to smoke dope, don't be treating patients in hospitals. Don't be driving heavy equipment. Don't be operating, heavy equipment and working in particular places where you should not be fucked up, right? After that, you're selling insurance. I don't care if you're stoned to bejesus, right? You're selling groceries at a supermarket. I don't care if you just had a doobie on your last break, as long as my orders counted up right. Dope. And you know what happens if they legalize dope? All that tax revenue. Legalize the dope and give us a break on our car registrations. How about that? No, they just tax that in addition. Well, now it's just more tax. We pay enough. Let's cut our taxes down. Ferry Farm was George Washington's house also. Ferry Farm. I've never heard of Ferry Farm. I can only imagine what goes on there. I'm amazed Mantic isn't already at, what's he at? He's around 6 and change. Mantic could get there. It takes time to build these channels. Where's Mantic? Let's see, he's on the channel thingy here. Where is he? He's under M, I think. 646 last I saw. And we're trying to get him to 1,000. He'll get there eventually. Boy, it's terribly slow. About 146 in the past month. Oh gosh, it's tragically slow. It's frustrating sometimes. I'd like to see him get there, and he will. Nope. Yep, there it is. There, I got everything back to normal. Said grew, not smoked. Oh. Well, I just expounded in my own way. Just about every house in Virginia was George Washington's house. Yeah. I'm amazed that I'm not at 10,000 yet. One day I'll get there. And when I do, those consigned items that people send in, dude, they're sold. It's not a problem. And if we're moving it, that little 3%, we'll just... Yeah, we'll probably go to like a $5 minimum at that point or something. Depends on how full a show gets and how many we can do. But yeah, these people we talk to, you know, me and Robert, Dustin, some other folks, yeah, we talk about stuff and the future of the hobby and where it can go, what we can do with it. Not only for personal gain, because, you know, there is a certain amount of personal gain involved. I wouldn't mind having a clean t-shirt, for example, or better air conditioning, or, you know, a better truck, or shoes, or, you know, some things like I'm sure there's something, maybe another bed for that back room, because that's a stinky old mattress back there. But we could do so much for the hobby. Not taken away from JB Coins. I'm sub to him, but I don't get how he got to 39,000 subs. It's called clickbaiting. You see this, Robert's explained it before, it's sensationalizing these coins. You can find this coin worth $50,000 in your pocket change. And I haven't done those videos, which no, it's wrong. You're giving people the wrong idea. You're sensationalizing the hobby. And it's not a sensation. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I had a fellow ask me, do they really find all that silver in all those boxes? No, they find all that silver in one box, and they don't show you the other 150 they went through to get to that one. You know, there's a realism about it, and all too often you see some channels that are showing off, you know, magnificent coins at crazy values, and so I do a video that says, you know, these are few and far between. And a week after I say that, Coin Intelligence finds not one, but two 1992D close AMs. Okay, yeah, they're out there, but they are few and far between. Really, if you counted the coins worth over $1,000 that people have found in the CoinUp group in the past year, you're looking at, what, 5? You get 10,000 people, 200 posts a day, 5. And they've been magnificent, mind you. There's some nice coins in there, you know, getting into the $20,000 range. But they are few and far between. But people, well, they like that stuff. You mean I can find a coin worth $20,000? Yeah, you can, but don't really get your hopes up. Is he the one that has the vid? $1.7 million nickel. I don't know. I probably haven't watched the $1.7 million nickel. My Wi-Fi is taking a crap. Huh. Now, don't get me wrong. JB's got some good quality content. He gets right into the coin roll hunting. He explains things well. He and Blue Ridge were probably some of the first channels that I watched heavily. There's a reason I still show the vids of my bad hunts. Most of the time, you're going to get into a box and you don't find much worth more than $5 or $10. You'll find lots of them worth $1 or $2 or $3 or $5. But over $10, they're getting, you know, you get into smaller counts. But I say this, and then the next day somebody says, oh look, I've got a 1990 proof set, and I paid $6 for it at a flea market, and it's got no S on the penny. Oh, Jesus. They are out there. You got to have that knowledge so you can pick them out and identify them. And that's what I try to do, is put out the knowledge to make people a better collector. But we talk about, you know, what this venue can do, because I've said it before, YouTube is an ideal venue for showing off coins. Live, come on. Here it is. You can communicate with me, talk. You'd like that turned over and zoom in on her eyeball? That's no problem at all. Look, here it is. And I can take and zoom in on her eyeball. Just like that. What else would you like to see? That's what we can do with this. So if you got somebody with a good reputation, both for information and selling, and, you know, doing what I say and saying what I do and having what I say I have, keeps on top of stuff and can offer these coins, present them well, right? There we go. I love her eyelash. That's just a, what's this way? Boy, that is a straight eyelash. There's chicks in LA who would like to have eyelashes like that. There we go. That's what we can do. Kind of nifty. What can this do for the hobby? We're seeing it right now. People they're learning. They're gaining information, and they're going out there and they're trying. They're searching those penny rolls. And it's that activity. It's that increased activity that is making it all happen, right? Activity builds experience. Experience builds confidence. Confidence furthers the enterprise, furthers their abilities, because they're willing to go out, step beyond their original limitations. Cheapskate, subscribe to you. Is that your wife with you? Oh, that's Mrs. Cheapskate. That's Angela and Lewis, the Cheapskates. She's my wife and the other half of Cheapskate Coins. I'd rather hear the true value and history myself. Absolutely. Oh yeah, is JB guy cause die chips as cuds? A lot of people call die chips cuds, and I did a video trying to explain that. You will always have new people coming in and thinking, oh look, it's a cud in the date. Oh, okay, it's a little misused term. You see error used terrifically wrong. Every coin's an error coin. Oh look, it's an RPM error. Well, that's not really an error, it's a die variety. So there are technical terms, but well, you get into that when you get more technical. We'll forgive it. Is it a penny or is it a cent? We'll forgive that. Yeah, but there is misinformation out there, and it will always be a battle to get the right information out there. And really, they have to. The viewer has to be willing to want to learn, because otherwise it ain't gonna happen. But you see misinformation and incorrectly used terms all the time. Well, you can spend your day being uptight and trying to correct them. You'll never win the battle. But by God, it doesn't mean it's not a battle worth fighting. Angel Lopez is here. I have daughter, and I'm looking for something we can relate and hang out and have a good relationship with her. And looking through coins, we bond, and that's just priceless. Absolutely. And you see that in a lot of these, right? You got Amber Panel. She's got her show with the kids. You got Jessica Johnson, her show she got a 14-year-old boy. They just love the coins. They do it together, right? You have so many of these. Who's it? Ray, Coin Hunter. He's got that little guy. The kid can't be 3 years old. It's not about the coins, though. It's about spending the time with the youngins. You know, geez, I used to go through coins with my grandmother. I'd give up all these coins to spend one more afternoon with my grandmother. All of them. And I would. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. It's that spending the time. It's that quality time that makes it special. And that's really what's behind all this. I like long streams to fall asleep to. Me too. I'll just go now. Yeah. You know I've been on too long when you tune in my stream and all you see is get the tongue hanging out, some drool, right? Yeah. Sounds pretty sweet says, do you find that this surge of activity is more people who are getting into the hobby or people who are looking to make a quick buck? You're going to see both, right? Back in the 50s, Whitman came out, Whitman and several other companies were coming out with new products, things to store your coins in, things to display your coins in, and they promoted these products, and there were priceless books that started out. And it was just the new abilities and the new mark, because you're post-war, and you get all this equipment and stuff lying around, so they put it to use, and whatever was handy, by God, they got a new product. The economy was booming, and all these new products promoted the hobby. What we have right now is technology in people's hands, suitable for the hobby, right? Where is it? You couldn't do this a few years ago unless you had really expensive equipment, right? And now this level of quality, where is it? Where I can take a picture of this girl's eyeball. All right, now you'll see my thumb over here, and you'll see how small that eyeball is. There's my thumb, right, and there's her eye. That's the level of detail that is now available on a wide scale. And dude, all people need now is the information on how to use this, and yes, they can pick up some extra money from it. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You'll always have that sector, you know, people looking to get rich quick, the Ralph Cramders of the world. We're gonna sell this, we're gonna sell millions of them. That's Ralph Cramden. Come on, Norton. And Alice gets away. To the moon, Alice. Ralph Cramden was always in the process of becoming kind of a true American in that way. But the get-rich-quick scheme, well, it's just a scheme. And then you see somebody do it. There's a girl who was doing coin roll hunting, and after just a few months she found a 1969S double die number 1, which is a pretty darn valuable coin. She had it graded by a certification company. Yeah, it's a $25,000 find. There are not too many of these. And really, is that rich? Government's going to take 40%, a guarantee of that. It'll help. It's a nice shot in the arm. But some people, well, there's a lack of hope. If we can give them hope by giving them more information, they'll lose sight of the get-rich-quick scheme and say, geez, you know, I can make an extra 50 bucks on a weekend? Yeah, that is realistic and can make a positive impact on your family. I preach about this one. You know, you don't even have to grade the coins. If all you did was know the prices and the values, and you could get these at a fair price and put them at a coin show and get, you know, close to the market and pick up, you know, a few bucks per coin, it wouldn't be hard to make an extra 100 bucks on a weekend. Do it a couple times a month. 200 bucks is enough to impact your life in a positive way. You know, a few months down the road, you've got, you know, your clothes are in good shape. You don't have clothes with holes with socks, or socks with holes. That leak under the sink is fixed. You got better tires in your car. Your cell phone is up to date, and you got 300 bucks in your checking account. A couple of $100 a month is gonna help most families get more stable and, you know, solve a whole. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does eliminate grief and hassle. And it buys bacon, and that's the same as happiness, really. Good morning, Susan. AJ, how you been? We've been on for 2 hours. We started talking. You want to have to, all you new people that are just joining us, you'll have to watch this all over again. We went into the consignment agreement where people can send coins in to be sold, and how that will work, because we have the Friday night show between myself and Robert Lawson, how we're, you know, offering coins for sale either at a flat price or at auction, and how you can take advantage of that. Bacon and coffee, the heart starters. Yeah, works for me. If it stops your heart, you just dive and land flat on your chest on the floor. It's like auto CPR, and you'll be fine. But what you can do with this hobby, you can pay a bill or two in per month. You can go through penny rolls, and you can pick up enough that in a few months you can sell those, and you have enough money for the neat camera or the little camera. There you go, one of them little things. Or the computer you need, so you can take it to the next level. Or you can start building inventory and stock, right? So you can go to a coin show and start building that reputation, so that in several years, yeah, it becomes a going concern, becomes a serious provider, in effect. It may not cover all your bills, but as a supplemental income source, all you need is intelligence. All you need is the knowledge, right? It's not for everybody. Some people won't ever be able to get there because they have too many troubles. They got bad breath, hangnails, dandruff, all their hair fell off the cat. If you spend your whole life making excuses, that's all you're going to make. You're not going to make money. You're not going to make a better life. You're going to be right in that same spot. There is more out there. You have to want it, and you have to be willing to change, right? Take on that new project and move it up to the next level. You know, go from collecting to, you know, trading to selling to, you know, doing a coin show, you know, monthly or even weekly. It's out there, and you can do it with this. And if it's not this, you could do it with whatever your thing is. What is it? Baseball cards, stamps, collectibles? I saw a video on Beanie Babies over on Justin Couch's show. Yeah, Beanie Babies. People buy and sell Beanie Babies, and they can make a profit. And that profit, they pay their bills, and they improve their situation at home. Jeez, if you had if you did it all over again, and you know, that wrecked marriage that fell apart after 10 years, what if you didn't have any financial problems? Would that make a difference? Sometimes it would. A lot of marriages fail because, you know, they're fighting over money, because probably there isn't enough. I'd love to start trading. We'll start a channel where you trade stuff, because there's other people who'd like to start trading too. Fritz Bender says, I worked third shift for years. Yep. Start a group. You know, but you see how these people support these ideas? And dude, there's a lot of ideas out there. And consigning coins, yeah, we've been working on this idea for a while, and by God, it's time to get it going and move it up to the next level. Yeah, we're just developing the hobby in a logical way, in a logical progression. We're taking it to that next point where it needs to go. Need coffee? I should rename the coffee morning group. Oh my God, I gotta get a coin class in 9 hours. Quick, I need a subject. Oh, it's gonna be this. What's okay? We'll talk about something for coin class. Heck, living on the western side of the country, I would like a place to trade D's for plain date P's. We talk about that all the time. People say, "Oh, look, I got a box of pennies from the bank, but I got skunked. They're all brand new. You know, 2018 P." You got skunked? Because you can sell 10 of those for $10 plus shipping to somebody in the West Coast. You just doubled your money. Skunked? No. Dude, go back and get another one. Because there's somebody in the West Coast saying the same thing. And oh man, I got some 18 Ds. Make it happen. Buy, sell, trade. I've not seen a bid board since I was a kid. Consignment is an interesting idea. All right. I'll get this posted to my blog probably sometime today. I need to make a few changes, and it's not quite written in stone, but I think it's close enough that we can start this. Before you send coins, you know, contact me. Hey man, this is what I got. Because I'm not looking for small things. There is a commission. It's 10%, right? $3 minimum. So if you get a $3 coin and it sells for $3, I get the $3. You get nothing. Okay, $30 coin, yeah, it sells for 30 bucks. Okay, $3 I get. Now if there's other fees involved in there, I get that too. Right? PayPal, that comes out. But we're using our reputation to help the community build their ability too. You want me to say your name? This is on consignment from Fritz Bender. Otherwise, I'm not going to say your name. Where is it? Here we go. And it is a 1906D. Go through, show it off, as I have been, using the same methods and practices I've been doing that have been showing results. And you can go back and watch these videos. So yeah, he shows them well. He's fair and reasonable with his grading, with his prices. He's timely with his shipping. Coin class soon. Oh my God. You're saying, oh my God. I gotta go through my notes and see which one I can ad lib. Stepping outside for a minute for a smoke. Don't smoke dope in front of the kids. What about lots of smaller stuff? Say a lot of NIMCs. It takes me time to go through each coin, right? So I charge my commission based on each coin. You have a lot of NAFCs. I'm not going to put 50 coins down and go through 50 coins without I'm making $3 per coin. Bit of buy. Yeah, lots of smaller stuff. I don't want to get into lots of smaller stuff. One thing I want to do is raise the bar. I've got lots of small stuff, but I want to raise the bar. You have some coins you want to move, you know, $20 to $50 is a great range. It's enough that you have some money, right? It's enough that I make a fair commission and it's not, you know, doesn't gouge you. But I'm not going to spend, you know, 3 hours selling 20 coins for $1. That's killer. If I'm going to do that, it's going to be my stuff, so I get, you know, the 20. But let's pick it up a notch. These folks, they're learning. We have so many people who are new and just getting exposed to it. Some smaller coins, yes, I've got that covered. But let's raise the bar and show them that there's more out there. There are gorgeous coins out there. Yeah, they cost a few bucks. Right? There's some beauties. We're going to give this away Sunday, by the way, if we can. You know, get them into quality instead of quantity. The wheels are turning, says Fritz. There we go. You know, quality. This is the next level to strive for. Some people get stuck in, you know, bulk wheats. I've got 57 wheats, and they're looking for 157 wheats. One day they'll be up to the next level and look for, you know, better graded wheats, brilliant uncirculated, move their sets, brilliant older, and then they start getting into the higher, they start buying coins, and they start with the small stuff, and well, after a while they get into some bigger stuff. What's this one, MS65? There you go, get into some really shiners. There you go. So there is a progression, but right now we have a huge influx of people coming in, and they're new, they're inexperienced, they don't know what's out there. So we got to offer things first off that they can afford, and most of my sales are in the $25 to $50 range, right? I get plenty of small stuff, but I try not to spend my time on the small stuff because there's nothing in it for me, right? What, it costs you 50 cents, you sell it for $1, you double your money, but you spent 10 minutes to make 50 cents. Oh. Take it to the next level. And we want to show people. I mean, I show off coins all the time that are, you know, 50 bucks, 100 bucks. Mentoring, we all been new. Absolutely. Phone call, me day has started. Good luck, JC Will. Stay safe out there. Do a class on how to coin roll hunt. Well, I want to open the rolls live, and I get all my rolls like in December and January, so I got all this pile of stuff, and they're, at this point, they're well sorted into, you know, dates. But yeah, I want to move over to the other table so you can look out the window and see all the weeds growing in the back field there. Oh yeah, that's getting tall. Oh well, maybe that deer will show up, and I can shoot them live on camera. But yeah, there's a way I do it. Open the rolls, and then I'll pick out better dates I want to look at later, right? I've got here's a 1990, I can set that in the 90s pile. Here's a 1991, 90s pile. Here's a 1988. Well, I can set it in the 80s pile, or I can put it in the cup marked 1988, because there's something I want to see on that date. Pick out another coin, 1975, put in the 70s pile, or really on 1975, throw it in the bucket. There's not much to see on those. Ken sells more copper than wheat pretty. Okay, I'm not sure I understood that. Ken sells more copper than wheat pretty. All copper is pretty. But yeah, and then explain why, you know, I pick out this date and that date and the other date. And if I can get people to step up their game and just pick out, you know, say 10 or 20 different dates, that would be most of the high dollar varieties they can find. You know, your 98, 99, 2000 whams. Pick out the 97s so you can look for a double ear. Pick out your 94s so you can flip it over and look for extra columns. Right, pick out the 88s, D, P, and D, so you can check the FG, and then explain each. That's what I like to do too. So, because you get so many people that are going through these rolls and they're looking for wheats, Canadians, foreign, and whatever, you know, jumps out at them, and that's not where the money is. The money is in, you know, these little die varieties that are worth, good Lord. What's that 88D I got? I got one, it's got the reverse of 89. That's a neat one. This is not it, but I should be able to take and show exactly what it is. There's a 1988 out there with a different FG. And it's the shape of the FG and the location and the way it flares. And that one's worth, you know, you find one that's good for 20 bucks. Well, if you put the wheats out and you get 10 of them in a box and they're worth 5 cents a piece, that's 50 cents. So you'd have to go through 40 boxes to get the value of that one coin. The money is in the varieties. They pick up the wheat, they throw the rest back to the bank. There goes your money, all of it. You know, I go through a box, I'm going to pick out 20, 30, 40 bucks. Every now and then I get a big one. Ooh, good. I get the wheats just that, you know, the wheats are just a bonus to me. To other people, it's the target. CoinUp's a good channel. I was banned from their Facebook page. Sorry to hear it. I'm one of the admins on their Facebook page. It was probably me. I don't know what the issue was, but I'm going to back up the other admins. At Hawkshop today, I went to look at coins. I blew up at the guy, then stuck a price sticker. So front of coin and back of coin had sticker with description of coin. These are nice peace dollars and Morgans. I'm not sure how to interpret that. I went stuck price. Blew up a guy. They stuck price sticker to front of coin and back of coin. Had sticker with the description of coin. These are nice. What, they blocked out the coin with the stickers? Is that it? Holy cow, it's coffee time. Yeah, it is. And this is the place for coffee. I make mine really strong. I like it so when the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is experience rage. Ah! That's a cup of coffee. It'll get you up in the morning. Someone put stickers on coins. They put them on the coins, not on a holder. They put it on the coin. Oh God! They're out there, folks. It doesn't make any sense to get they like a glue gun. How would I get stickers off with glue? Acetone, dear. A clean Q-tip and acetone. Right? Use the Q-tip, use it once, throw it out, get another Q-tip. Try it again. It doesn't take much acetone to get the glue off. Ah. Gosh, why do they do that? Now that is dumb. I get to look, you know, I'm kind of smart. There are some dumb people out there. Most of them I think are in this town because, wow. The average IQ of a human is like 100, right? And I think moron is 70, which is 70% of 100. My IQ is like 150. So 70% of that is smarter than your average bear. To me, most people are morons. I'm just saying. But in this town, there's a preponderance for it. I go and meet and talk, and there's some people all they can do is grunt. How you doing? Huh? I said, how you doing? How's the crack this morning? Good Lord. Coin, it has to be cleaned. I was mad. I wanted one of the pieces. So just move on to somebody else. Don't bother with that one. They don't know what they got. They're screwing with it. They're gonna hit them with a wire brush next. You want to run away from that place. You get that. You've been to Tucson. Most people around here have an IQ of a toaster. Hey, make toast. Dude, the way people ship coins from eBay, oh my God. I had one come in, right? It's the coin in the holder in an envelope, right? But, oh God. Oh, we can't show it. I'm going to show you how this guy wrapped the coin. I almost sent it back. I was infuriated. Okay. Here's the coin. It's in the holder. All right. And he put great care into it. You could tell because, dude, it was tight. Oops. I mean, it was tight. All right. Coin in the holder. Then he taped it shut. This is what the guy had to do to this coin. Right? Then he turned it 90 degrees and did it again. Ah! And I get this thing in and I'm thinking, this is like a halftime in there. How am I going to get that out? God. Just send it back as is. Here you go, dummy. I've had stuff show up, you know, loose in an envelope. There's a 49-cent stamp, loose, and dude, the thing's ripped. About to fall. It's halfway out. It's stuck in. It's held in by providence and hope. You get that? They're inbreds. God, well, look, not everybody knows about coins. They don't know how to pack them, they don't know how to ship them, they don't know how to grade them, they don't know how to price them. All they know is, this might be worth money. I'm going to put it on eBay. And, geez, if it works for them, great. And that just inspires them to keep on going. How about tape directly on the coins, like I received last? You're going to get that. Send it back. Just send it back. Dude, you're dumb. Give me my money back and eat cornbread this week because you spent all your money on shipping. Send it back. eBay, hit the button that says return this item. They pay shipping. Seller says, you know, buyer responsible for return shipping? No. eBay satisfaction guarantee. Yep. I couldn't tell the coin was in there because it was encased. I have a friend that worked at the copper mine till recently. Did he die or something, or just retire? Oh, hauled copper out of Arizona for several years. Went to the mine on the west side of Tucson a few times. No, up here it's potash corporation. It's phosphate. They'll dig down about 50 feet to find a layer of phosphate rock. It'll be, you know, a foot to 2 feet thick. That's it. That's a layer of phosphate. It's a, you know, uprise from ancient oceans, and you get a concentration of phosphate ore. And they'll dig 50 feet to get to 1 foot, and they pump it. They actually dig it up with one of them big steam shovels. No, they're electric here. One of them big giant movers. Dump it into a pool, and there's a couple of guys, and their job is just to spray water cannons. And they don't actually hold the hose; they just point over here. So you know they're inside, and they spray. Rain or shine, they're inside this thing, just spraying it with the water cannons, and it keeps it churned up. And they pump it to the plant. There's a couple of other substations that continue the pumping, and they'll pump this stuff several miles. Gets up to the plant, and it goes into the mine side, so they're able to run it through screens to sift it. They put it the stuff that's too coarse goes into a mill where it's pounded with these big bars into smaller pieces, and then it goes back through. From there it goes into the reagent tank, right, where different stuff, God knows what, there's vegetable oil, there's diesel, different reagents are used to treat this pulverized ore. And what happens, it gets the phosphate into a froth, and they put it in a bin and just paddle the froth off. Then it goes to dehydrators, and then it goes over to the chemical plant, because at this point it's just phosphate ore frothed off. But they got these big dryers and shit. Yeah, if you smell natural gas, just run, because they use a lot of gas over there. Then you go to the chemical plant, and it comes in this big tower. It's constantly moving. Your belt is this wide, heats right up, just constantly. Goes into a slurry tank because it's been in a pile over here, drying in the hot sun. In the slurry tank, they just add pretty much water and just turn it into mud so they can pump it, right? Goes into a dissolver where they feed a dilute phosphoric acid to this slurry, and there's just a touch of sulfuric in there, but it's able to dissolve the phosphoric rock that's in the ore, right? It puts it into solution. Then it goes into this other thing called the crystallizer, where the stuff they don't want, the silicas, the calciums, are crystallized. So everything they want is now in solution, and everything they don't want is solid. And it goes to a filter, and it it just dumps it out, and it sucks the juice out the bottom through the filter. Just right, it's like a big giant cloth, and they suck it through. So now they have their phosphoric acid cleaned, well, mostly cleaned in a solution, and that goes to these giant, to a tank farm, and from there it goes over to evaporation, right where they're able to increase the concentration, or goes to purification, where they're get more stuff out, so you can get different grades of phosphoric acid. Then they had another plant, but they closed that one, which had a granulation section. So they're mixing the phosphoric with clay and make pelletized fertilizer, for example. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this stuff. A lot of gold here. Gold, gold, gold. Get the gold bug into you. There's gold in every county in Arizona. There's like nothing in Florida. We got sand, pine trees. I'm in North Florida. The palm trees are down south. Mosquitoes, scorpions, snakes, chiggers, alligators, freaks, hippies, you name it, we got it. That bar Charlie even couldn't put down. It was beautiful. Charlie. Missed that show, I guess. We have nothing but granite here. I'm from Maine, and it's granite everywhere. Bar Harbor's neat. The granite is pink. Pink. Yeah. Dude, I don't have any pink around here. If I did, I'd have to throw it out. It's pink like raw bacon. Pink. And with, other inclusions. Would love to pan gold. Drive to North Georgia, Ken. Gold. Dude, yeah. It's up there. I'm okay here. They send me copper and stuff in the mail. Yeah, Bar Harbor. Yep, spent all kinds of time Bar Harbor. I noticed you kind of have a Boston accent. Yeah, I'm from New England. I was born and raised in Maine. I came to Florida about 20 years ago because the snow shoveling was so much easier. Liked it. Stayed here. There's no snow. Ever. Never ever. Can I watch a video where the guy panned sand from Home Depot for gold? I bet you it was Clash. That guy can find gold in an apple pie. I swear it. Where's Clash? I got his gosh, I gotta clean up this desk. I got a Clash pick here. I gotta send him a PV pick too. That's on my list of things to get. I can't find my Clash pick. Oh my God! What am I gonna do without? Whoops. Where's that thing? Man, that's been like a centerpiece of this studio over here for so long. Maybe it's already here. It might be. It's green. Do you see it? Okay, that's one thing. I gotta find that. But that had to be Clash. He will pan, anything. You shave your dog, he will pan the hair, and he will get gold out of it. Can't remember who. It had to be Clash. He could pan my ashtray here and get like an ounce. And look at this nugget. Okay. Melt it down. Makes a ring. Right. I think one show he cleaned out his car seat, right, with a vacuum, then panned the stuff he vacuumed, right? Then he melted it down and made a tooth. No fooling. That's what he did. I saw it. Yep, he'll pan a litter box. There's gold in there. Yeah, gold in some sands at Home Depot. Also, if you're a chemist, you could extract platinum from road sand. Mufflers falling and scraping along. They got platinum as a catalyst. Ever wonder where all the rubber goes from tires? We breathe it, baby. Yeah. I like to go outside for fresh air and a cigarette. Two and a half hours. We're up to 22. They keep coming in. Gosh, I just got out. I just want to get on for a little bit. Let me look down here and see what's happening. Oh, you can see this stuff. Where is that? Here's a screen. So I get the chat up here. But if I'm able to scroll, and sometimes I'm not, you can see who's watching. Well, not who. You get that from who's talking. You can see how many people are talking, you know, how fast they're talking, how many people are on, they come, they go. There's a trend up. And yeah, there's still a trend up. I'm getting 6.5 messages per minute. Well, that's neat. I should just stream 24/7. I still got to come up with something for coin class. We love you, Professor. Just start coin class now. Dude, now I got to take a nap. Really, I got to ship 2 more items. I got 6 items I got to get to the post office. I can probably put those in the mailbox and get them on the way. And at some point I got to get to the supermarket. I was going to go last night, but didn't. Well, I had some chicken. I just baked that off. That's good. Milk, I'll just drink it black. Yeah, I'll get to the supermarket someday. But I've had people asking about consigning coins, and well, I better haul that out and work on the details and get it to the point that we can start to make it work. I'm sure there's some changes will occur, add some extra, you know, fine details that need to be added, clarify some points. You're welcome to ship me anything you like. All right, I got some laundry. You're going to ship it back? Because I will pay return shipping. It's not a problem. Dude, I got like socks. I got shorts. I got... Okay, I'll wash those myself. I got shirts. Some blankets and stuff. You know, there's all my winter gear. Yeah. Send me your address and I'll get my laundry right out to you. That works. Yep. If they don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy, Cindy. Oh, and by the way, here's SJ, and here's Lemonhead. And if you have a card or logo or some darn thing you just want to show off, send that in. We'll do laundry for coins. I had one I did, we'll work for coins. Let's see if I can get that to show up. Okay, we'll unplug that, plug this in. Alright, now, let's see. I gotta set up, no, oh, here's one. I gotta set this up. Hard drive to be noticed. There, it's noticed. Lost my place, and I come over here. What's this? This seems to be another, oh, I see. Okay, I can, let me just add an image. I'm gonna add an image. I'll call it image 4, okay. And then I have to select the image, wait for it. And I can't show you the screen because I'm on a different tab here. Then I gotta find the darn thing. Okay, go to library. And I got this special meme. It's just me holding some boards. But boy, it's handy because you can do, you know, you can write anything. Okay, what is it? Let's find it. Eat your vegetables. I'd have to change that. Okay, open that. There, this is from when I was doing the organic garden thing. And I have to stretch it. There, can we see this or no? Great date alert, image 3. I think you can see that. Here's me. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, I just changed it to will work for coins. I want that coin. You can do all kinds of things with this OBS. Oh my God. Because they're magnetic. Some of the older ones do too, Mary, just different. How many US coins were produced intentionally magnetic? There's a trivia question for you. Name one U.S. coin that was produced intentionally magnetic. And don't forget to strike that like button, everybody, says Hazel. Thanks, Hazel. 1, says Snakefoot. You're in the lead. Paula says 0. I gotta get a big X and a horn. 1943 steel. Correct. It's the only one. Except for the PD and S, you know, the different mint marks. Yeah, no other coins are magnetic. Just the one. Then you got other countries that got all kinds of magnetic stuff out there. Canada, they got stuff magnetic. Yep, but just the one. Here's a piece of trivia for you. Okay, look, I've got to get a nap in, and somehow I got to come up with an outline for coin class. I got to do my hair, put on a clean shirt, take a nap, make some really strong coffee. Tell us about gardening. I'll do that in the gardening. I have a few. If you go way back, I get a few failed gardening videos that never really took off. That's when I started the channel 10 years ago, 8 years ago, a while ago. Yeah. But I do the coins. I'll stick with the coins. I thought I'd do a video channel for cooking, but everybody's got a cooking channel. I have pants on, Cindy. I put them on before I go live because you never know when you get a stand. Hope you're well, my fam, and blessings. Thank you, Hazel. Okay, Fitz, sleep well. Yeah, that was my nickname back in college. I'll tell you one day. If you push it, but not today. They still call me Fitz. Hey, Fitz! Yeah, that was a drunken night right there. And day and night. That was a whole drunken weekend. That was a couple of weeks of drunkenness, I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, I really don't remember much of college. Cheapskate, I have a science channel, but I don't use it. I just update the Facebook page, IRD Science Community. IRD, Infrared Diagnostics. I read dictionaries. What's IRD stand for? Knew there was drinking involved. In college, there was nothing but drinking involved. I went to a place called RPI. It's near Albany, New York. It's called Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And they got they like hockey, right? It's a big hockey town. Well, they got we don't have a football scholarship, but if you want a hockey scholarship, you can get it there. You know, national champions and stuff. They got this thing called Hockey Line, where people will stand in line. Right? They'll come early. To get in line to get these hockey tickets, season tickets, and the hockey line starts 3 or 4 months ahead of opening day for the tickets, and that last month is always good because school starts. They start selling the tickets like in October 1st, so you got the tail end of August and all of September, and you got 15,000 students here. So you got Hockey Line, and they're all the fraternities will have places. There's mattresses, right? The guy sets up a dinette over here. You got your kitchen cabinetry set up, and it goes around the union and like a couple of times. And on the weekends, oh Jesus, you go down there and you just go from keg to keg to keg to keg, and then there's like 40 people pass out on the lawn. Man, that was a lot of fun. I hear they made it like illegal because they were serving minors. Dude, it's college. They make chemicals. But you can't sell them beer. No, that's out. Innovations in research and developments in science. There, we got an answer. Yep. I got some neat ideas. Really, I've cured hunger, poverty, disease, but I can't get anybody to listen to me. I show my tits in public and they're throwing the money at me. Oh! True story. No, New Mexico Fritz, right next to you. Snakes like my right foot to sit on for some... I hate snakes. Snakes bother me, not like spiders. Spiders freak me out, man. kids. They freak me out. My sister's got kids. When I'm done with them, I send them home. Good, you did a great job on the lawn. Here's a buffalo nickel. Now get out. You have to take me home. Well, you ain't staying here, and I ain't going nowhere. Good luck walking. What's your favorite food, all? Bacon. What else would it be? Bacon. I like bacon wrapped bacon. I own 7 snakes. You would like Mexican coinage, I'm thinking. They get an eagle eating a snake. I think the snake's going to get some payback, though. I've designed for vertical agriculture to increase the amount of food by a factor of 10 per acre, but nobody will listen to me because I don't have a degree. There, see? You don't have a degree in this world, ain't nobody going to listen to you. Well, there are some damn good ideas out there, let me tell you. You can do vertical, really. Now, I live in Florida, so vertical's hard, but you get further away from the equator, and the sun's coming in, well stack appropriately, and you can get a whole lot more surface area of exposure based on your incident of, the light incident coming in. You're planting flat, your sun's coming in like this. Well, why not plant like this? So yeah, it works. There's one girl had a Kickstarter project. I guess she's in Brooklyn, and she invented this thing so you can grow plants in your windows. It's okay. Well, it's kind of a neat thing. It's effectively like a shower curtain rod that springs in, and you got little vases set up or some darn thing. Brought in $250,000. No fooling. You want to get rich quick idea? Come up with a good idea. I lived in Tucson for 22 years, and I've yet to see a wild snake. I'm moving into the house. The first day I'm here, there's one in the kitchen. Oh, man, I got like 20 cans of foam and just foamed the whole place up. The world is not overpopulated, just too much greed, says Fritz. I'm not going to get into that as a current affair subject, because you don't want me to say what I would say. My python bit me up by accident. My fault, and he felt bad about it. Never ignore the feelings of pythons. What's your favorite food do you like? Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper here? Sippy to Bahamas $1 proof coin. We had a Bahamas dollar around here, come through here not too long ago. Okay, look, I'm starting to ramble, get distracted. If you would like to learn more about the consignment plan and actually get started with it, I haven't got it in text, so it's ready to copy and paste and print, but you can watch this video from the start and explain what we're doing. What's my favorite silver coin? That one. That's my favorite silver coin. Any questions? Paula sent that. She sent one. I gave it away in the big show. Boy, I loved it. So she sent another one. Said, you can't give this away. So I promised her I wouldn't. There it is. Well, we'll look at this side. That's a better side. That's the coolest coin out there. Yeah, look, it's the size of it's a 1 ounce round, the size of an American Eagle. Bigger than a Morgan. Bigger. I love cooking Navajo tacos on a big sopa pillow. Big soapy pillow. With beans and chili and meat and potatoes on the soapy pillow with lettuce and tomatoes and avocado and Spanish rice and beans. All from scratch. That grocery list would take you a week to make that from scratch. Just go to the supermarket and buy them where they grow it. Okay, guys. I'm going to head on out of here. You stay groovy. It's fried bread. Soapy pillows? I might eat that. I eat about anything. But I'm going to go. Oh, let's see. There it is. Good night, guys.